Thanks. It is just a clickbait because, you know, SOCD is technically game adjacent. And if you just type like, I am programming on Linux, that like then nobody will come watch. Because nobody cares. Yeah. Get baited, nerd. Thank you. Hey Sebastian, hello, yeah, no engines allowed. Let me check if it even compiles, because they're like, it's been few betas. Okay, it still compiles. Nice. Like off stream, well, I guess on my like short trip to Berlin, while sitting at the airport and a little bit on the plane, I started like rewriting the GUI to maybe have it like somehow more like sane and also like proper config format. But I haven't really looked at the code since then, so I sort of forgot what I was working on. So yeah, now I gotta refamiliarize myself with it, yeah. I also started restreaming to YouTube because, well, first I found a cool plugin to OBS that lets you do that without any third-party services. Second, Twitch TOS now allows you to do that for partners. Oh shit! What is this artifact? And third, it's just a better way to archive VODs than on Twitch. So we'll see how that'll go. I would have started stream like an hour earlier, but I did a big mistake of running a system update on my Epic Linux machine, and my system Python got updated. I guess it's now, yeah, Python 3.13. And because of that, OBS started crashing because for some reason OBS depends on Python, right? Which OBS? LDD, user bin, OBS. Look how much stuff OBS links. And one of those is libpython apparently. Look at that. So an OBS was linked into an old version of Python 3.12. So that library wasn't existing anymore, and OBS segfaulted because of that. Well, it's not technically a segfault, right? Because it's like just, oh, this library isn't found. So I had to recompile OBS because I'm not actually running like a shelf version of OBS. I run it with some like community patches and with like browser source support, because for some reason it's not in the default Arch distribution, and also with like a couple plugins and also a custom like FFmpeg version. So I had to recompile a bunch of crap, and it took me like 30 minutes to go through all of that, and I hate it. I hate Linux. Yeah. But now I can actually stream, which is good. Next time, I'm not gonna do the same mistake of running a system update like the day I plan to do something like that. So I wonder what is this artifact about. I don't know if it's visible on stream, but in this hollow night, like the word hollow gets artifacted when I move the screen or when I resize it. That's wild. Yeah. I wonder if it's maybe like a bug in the in like a font renderer, because I don't use my own font rendering. The Jai compiler, it ships with the wrapper for like FreeType, with like a font system written like based on the FreeType library. And I wonder if it has something to do with that. Like when I drag it, it re-renders each frame, and so maybe, you know, like just this part isn't like getting baked properly. Like that's weird. But anything, every other, like every other bit of text on the stream is just fine. So yeah, I don't know what's up with that. But I guess it doesn't matter much. So today I want to like put something here in this scrollable area so mappings are visible, so I can click on them and maybe reassign the stuff. It was working in my first like really drafted version of the GUI, but I commented it all out so I can start working on a new UI. And the way I want this UI to get organized is to be something, I guess, like River Tuner, like statistics server, like RTSS. RTSS. If I can find a screenshot. Yeah, let me pull this in a separate kind of window and put it like here. Oh shit, sorry for the flashbang, but yeah, so I guess like, can I, oh okay, can I open this in a new tab? Yeah, all right, so something like this, right? I think this is kind of a sane interface for this kind of tool. Like you have a list of profiles here, right? You can like add the profile, you can delete profiles, and here on the right you kind of have a bunch of toggles. Like in case of RTSS, it's just like whatever, where to put FPS counter, do you want to like cut your frame rate, you know, and all that. In my case, it's just gonna be a list of mappings, like from, like, to, and the like override method, you know, like stuff like that, and you will be able to add a new mapping or something. So I guess that's kind of the start. My old program, it had like this crossbar with left, right, up, down, you know, like WASD or arrows, and I think that's a bit too direct, because in general way you don't really want to distinguish between normal mappings and like directions. It doesn't really make sense. Also, I want to support like per pair resolution. Like you want to, you know, have your A and D be like overwriting each other, but then W and S be neutral when you press both, for example. You know, or maybe you want, like, in case of AD, like the last wins, and in case of WS you want like up always win or something, because I wouldn't even think that you need something like that, but then I had get like a bunch of emails, not even GitHub issues, but straight like emails asking me to add that, because I guess it's important for fighting games or something. So yeah, I guess that's the thing now. So yeah, we're gonna work on that. And I need to get a little refresher on how this UI works. So I'm using GetRect. It is a UI library that ships with the compiler, and it's a immediate mode UI library. Did my stream crash? No, it's fine. It's like OBS flickered, so I thought that maybe something happened. So it is a immediate mode UI library, which means you just write your UI as a straight code, and then when a button gets clicked, you know, like you get a boolean, and inside of that condition you just write your logic when the button gets pressed or released. So it is a very straightforward, very nice UI. I really like it. But I need to remember how to use it. So here I'm putting my profiles, right? So yeah, profile pressed, and okay, yes. So for profiles, for each profile, I have a profile struct. I create a profile button, and I added kind of like an event listener or something. This is for this scrollable region. Then I have add button rect, del button rect for add and delete profiles. Okay. And then I have active profile settings. Okay, yeah, I have a stuff for mappings. And I'm also like just straight up hard coding the width and height units here. I kind of, my first version was somewhat responsive, but I didn't like it. So I'll probably just do this where, you know, just like everything's like super fixed. Yeah. At least for now, maybe I'll rewrite it later. So yeah, I get this mappings region. It is a scrollable region, is this kind of rectangle, and I get the region that corresponds to the area inside, and then I guess here I need a loop, right? Like for mappings, like whatever. I need to add like a row for each mapping. And in my old logic that I commented out here, I had that, like first if new mapping pressed, like if this button is pressed. Do I have that? Yeah, add mapping button pressed. Yeah, I have that already rewritten. And here, yeah, for mapping sources. This is like the logic that puts stuff in here. I sort of wrote a bunch of structs to represent key mappings, which I don't necessarily like, where it's somewhere here. So I have like a profile, and profile has an array of mappings, and each mapping has like a source and a destination and a mode. So it's a typical array of structs, which is not very optimal if you think about it. But for now, I don't really care. I guess I want to make UI working, and then I will sort of map this new stuff with the way I did it previously. So normally my program just has an array of mapping sources and destinations. This is the fast way of doing that. Like you press a key, the key is in this array. You kind of index into this like destinations arrays to get the destination, and you just pass that to the operating system. This is faster, so I think instead of having an array of mappings here, the profile would probably have mappings as a... It should... Oh, motherfucker. It should probably have a mappings as a... like as a struct, you know? Which is like something that have... like an array, right? And this array would be something of like mapping, or it's probably like a mapping kind, mapping mode. Yeah, mapping, and mapping will have, instead of source, destination, and mode, it would have something like code, kind, and then mapping mode, like whether it's map, override, or neutral, or something like that. So I think that is a better way to do that. I have a to do here, like change this to array of mappings from source destination, or maybe even a hash table. Maybe a hash table would work too, but you would have to run a hash function or whatnot. Excuse me. Yeah. Let me put some music on. Where's my go-to? My go-to playlist or what, something like that. All right. Okay. But for now, I'm not gonna bother with it. I'm just gonna... What's that? Yeah, it's my crazy config parser. For... Where's the loop? And scrollable region should be at the end, right? Yeah. So we have inside region. Then we need to set its height and the Y. Okay, so do you have no, what weird. Okay, so for profile mappings, let's just print them. It and recompile. Then what? For profiles. Oh. I mean, I will just iterate over profiles again. It's like not a big deal, I guess. Right. I guess I can also just do that. Yeah, I'm just gonna iterate over profiles again. It's not a big deal. Oh, I just need to get active profile pressed. Like if pressed active profile. Yeah, okay, I have active profile. What am I doing? Active profile. Yeah. So we kind of have something, do we? Parsed profile. Profile doesn't have Linux Hollow Knight. Profile doesn't have any keys. Let me set some keys to the profile. Where is it? Settings. Okay. Profile start, program, platform, profile end. And if I recall correctly, let me get a refresher on the config file. We should get profile start section, then platform and mapping. So it should be like a mapping, then colon, mapping mode, ooh, that's a banger from Tekken 2. It's mapping mode. Then a byte and then destination bind. Okay, so let's do that. Override, and then what? Is this like a white spaces or what? Okay, okay, line, next line, colon. Okay, left program, platform or mapping. Okay, we get mapping config split. Okay, we're split on white spaces. This is probably not a good idea, to be honest, but it's whatever I wrote at the time. So we'll just roll with it, I guess. And then there should be like two numbers, something like 1, like 2, right? And that's it. Let's recompile and see what happens. Mapping parsed. Profile parsed. Okay, Linux Hollow Knight keyboard 1, keyboard 2 override. Okay, it is successfully parsed at least. Let's put my actual config though. My actual config is hard coded somewhere here in the right in the code. Where was it? Okay, binds, yeah, ADWS. How do I did that? I haven't looked at this code in a while. Binds. Oh, it was just it's like just straight up logic. So it wasn't. It was like. No, I definitely hard coded the bind somewhere. It has to be. Oh, here, yeah. Setup mapping. So mapping sources, it's key P to key L. This is for InstaWings. And key P, it was a number. So it's something like that. Do I put in as hex? I think it doesn't matter. P to L. I think it shouldn't matter. Let's recompile and see. Okay, key bind is out of bounds, ignoring it. Got 0. Oh, maybe it should start with X, something like that. Correct bind, ignoring it. Got 0, which is illegal. Yeah, so probably it should not be in hex. What was it? 0x19 is 25 and 0x26 is 38. So it's 125 to 38. And I actually don't care about putting those as numbers, because this config, it's not supposed to be edited by humans. So I have it in text format just because I don't want to bother with parsing like binary. Or just straight up, like bleeding binaries or whatever. And it's very easy to parse. But overall, I don't plan on people to edit it by hand. So yeah, there's that. Okay, 25, 38 override, nice. We have a key and another config. We have W to S. Hey Nuno, Python. No, don't close the stream. Python is just as a calculator. Please, Senpai, stay. I need the ad revenue. I have children to feed. Let me actually open U input module or input the J. Yeah, it's key W. Yeah. Key. How do I dismiss? Key W. Where is it? Where the fuck is key? It's like on QWERTY keyboard. Okay, so it's a mapping of override 17, which is W, to S, which is 31, and A, which is QWERTY ASDF like 32D, which is 32. And I also had my like escape mapped, which is 1. We're mapping to key U, and U is 22. I think that should be it. And that'll do, right? Yeah, we have parsed profile. Yes, and now we can bleed this. Main active profile. Yeah, here we are. We can close this. Yeah, here are something. Wait, does it? Do I like print those? Parsed keyboard profile. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why am I not printing it here? Do I not set them to mappings? Let me do this. Let me import print vars. This is an incredibly helpful module. So I can just straight up print structures. So I can print vars active profile, right? And I can just format it. Format struct. 1 true. See, mappings are empty. So I'm parsing my profile. Parsed profile. It does have mappings. But then it doesn't. It doesn't have program. Am I freeing it? So, no, I can't be. I can't be freeing it because it's here. And I'm printing the name for profiles, yeah. Where's the active profile though? Where do I set it? I set it globally. I just straight up set it globally. Right. And I set it to it. Oh, it's not active because I haven't clicked it. Yeah, because I need to set it active. Easy clap. Yeah. So I guess my settings have to store active profile as well. So let's do that. Or maybe not. Maybe we won't do that. Maybe I'll just click in whatever. But yeah, here we're printing this struct, and our struct has these mappings. Hey Reggaeton, hello. Yeah, I'm working on the. Oh. On this. Oh shit, I forgot to... Oh. 1 second. I forgot to run the bot. Very important. Oh shit. Yeah, here. No! Fuck! No. I forgot to change it. Technical difficulties. Wait, restart the bot. Yes. Okay. Yeah, this is what I'm working on. Now I can create buttons for fuck me. Now I can set up buttons for mappings. I can comment this out. Yeah, my bad. Where was I? I was here creating buttons. Yeah, I need a like a button here. Yeah. Okay, and rectangle. Rectangle is height and Y. So how did I do that again? Name, print, destination, text destination, rectangle. Well, here's. We get a rectangle for the button. Then I set the alignment, and then I create a button. So let's copy that. Let's do this. We don't need that. Get rect as k. What does button accept? It's just a rectangle. I don't even need to do that. I just literally, so I specify rectangle up front. Yeah. Yeah, I think I just literally put S and then I change S. Right? I can do that. So like S. And then instead of test source for now, I'm just gonna temp print like it source code, right? Undeclared identifier button theme. I have a, where is my, okay, it's my theme button theme. Ooh. Where's button theme? Unread refer match synum types, but it is trying to get text alignment. Okay, let me not do that for now. Okay. I didn't get a button because I need to click. Oh my god, look at this. Look at this epic button. We got a button. All right, so here I took S. S is the rect for the entire like region inside of the scrollable area, right? And so I need a small rect instead. I need like a rectangle enough to host a button. So it would be like here, like a rect that would have SX, then Y, then it would have something like width. This is the width. Width would be Like, so it's this width deleted by divided by 3, I guess, something like that. So it's as that width divided by 3, and height is, what do we have for height? Let's just unify it. We had this something, profiles height, no, get wrecked, profiles height. Where's the button? Oh, I just set the theme here. Yeah, I guess I just do that. My theme button theme. That's what I do. Right, yeah, let's recompile. With the th, with th. What is it then? And let me check it direct. Ah, it's just W. Okay. Mapping roll high. It's it's just 50. Okay, let's do 50. It didn't work. Why? Oh, because it should be R. Okay, here it is. Right. Here's the button for the source. I wonder why it says 1. It's like, I mean, there's 1 somewhere here, right? So we have one button like that. So it's like source rect. Then we have like destination rect, which will be X the same. Y the same. No, X will be plus source rect dot W, right? And then pressed dest and dest rect. Here we will have source rect and what's that? Like it index. Let me like check it out. I think it's like ID or something. Oh, it's gotta be button like that. Left-handed button. Yeah. So the like that. So the button accepts theme identifier, and I have to get it like a different identifier. I mean, I don't have to do it. I don't think I need to do that. Okay, yeah, I have it. I have 2 buttons. And so why both of them say 1? Because it's a destination, right? Okay, 122, nice. I also need like a button like in between them saying like telling like what like overrides or not. When working on Python based project, can you specify some code to be HTML? It like depends on what you're asking for. Like you can in Python have a string that has HTML in it, right? And then you would need something to parse HTML. So it depends on what you mean. Like Python doesn't understand HTML on its own, but there are libraries in Python that do. I mean, there are UI libraries that let you do that. Like you write HTML files, you load them in Python, and they turn it into UI. You just have to find like the right library. You know. I mean, Qt kind of does that, right? Qt. You can like specify Qt UIs in like XML files that then get translated to the code. But I would rather just write code because it gives me way more control. Mode rect of s.x plus source rect w s.y, and I guess width would be w divided by 3 and 50 as well, right? And here plus w, it's like, and plus mode rect.w. And then pressed mode is a button. Is a button with mode rect. It destination. It's mode, I think. Okay, 1 override 22, right? And that's kind of the basic idea of what I want to have. Maybe I need to space them out slightly. It will be like, not like W. It would be like it would be like, so like button width, right, is like as the W divided by 3 but minus 1. So they have like a pixel, so they have like a small gap or something, right? And then after that I need to like slightly align them, because if I do that the right button will be a bit off the edge. Let me show you. Oh, button. Right, it's like slightly off edge, like this one. So this will be x will be plus source rect, like plus 1. And this will be plus source rect plus mode plus 1. I think that should fix it. I mean, kind of almost. It's like plus 1 here also. Yeah, it's kind of like this. Kind of like this. I recently started working on the first game that I'm publishing. It's on the game engine Godot, using their language GScript, which is a Python-based language for all the code. But they have UI elements in nodes that you can put into your projects, and those are based on HTML. That's why I was wondering. It's probably not HTML, it's probably XML, because HTML is very lousy format, right? Hey Ander, you also got clickbait baited just like Axe. It's not a game, it's game adjacent. So I'm creating my SOCD cleaner. Source, destination, and mode. My bad. Maybe I'll have it on release here. We'll see. Yeah, for now we'll just print it. Mode pressed. Right, so after we did all that, we need to move the scrollable region, right? And the way we do that is like, I have an example, is by yeah, sy plus equal, something like that, right? I work, so usually I worked in web dev, but these days I work in like web related tech. So my current job is a company that specializes on taking a design in, like, you know, Figma, for example, in Figma, and turn it into a code, into like a web UI code, you know, like into React or into like plain HTML. So that's what I do now, like as a job. So I'm not like working on a web directly, but I'm kind of, you know, I'm kind of still in there. So yeah, I don't work in game dev, unfortunately. Or, you know, maybe fortunately, it depends on how you look at it, right? Because like I'm probably getting like more money than typical web dev in Europe, but at the same time my job is not as interesting. So like it's very debatable. I would generally be up to like switching the gears, you know, like moving to not necessarily game dev, you know, but I would definitely nerf myself monetarily just to work in systems programming, you know, not necessarily game dev, but maybe like server-side systems programming or whatever. I'm constantly thinking about it, you know. I just kind of have to like make the move or something. Anyway, I need to do this. Did I not copy it? Because like making games, it feels great on paper. Nice. But then you actually do this and it's like miserable, right? Okay, so we're clicking all the buttons at the same time. And why it happens is because those buttons are distinguished by ID, supposedly. Supposedly. So it's like theme, and then I think it's like ID here, right? Like ID equals bit index. Is it like that? No, it's not. Ah, I forgot a comma. No, it's not ID. Argument name ID is not found. What is identifier? Okay, you see? And the rest of them, yeah. I need to like distinguish them for real. For real. Hey Stans, hello. Welcome. Web dev is just game dev with bad engine and bad game design. Yeah, it's everything bad from game dev and nothing good from web dev, from game dev, right? Like, you get to deal with all the race conditions that are connected to, that are inherent to client-server architecture, but you get none of the fun, you know? And also, yeah, your engine fucking sucks. Like, and the web engine, the browsers, they are amazing in some senses. It's like a miracle that they work at all, and at the same time, +1, and this is like, no, what, how would I like distinguish them? I think I can just do this, right? Can't I? Because they have different rectangles or something. I think I can just do this. Yeah, easy clap. Yeah, it's like line of code plus identifier. It can't be just identifier. It's line of code. Maybe it's something from rectangle. But I mean, we can actually look it up, right? Like it's left. It's in left-handed get rect. So button takes identifier, right? And get hash. Get hash is here, and get hash takes source code location and identifier. Yeah, you're actually right. It's just source code location. Oh, also file name. So it's file name, it's line, and identifier. So it actually doesn't get a rectangle into account. I wouldn't be surprised if you could just, like also hash it based on the rectangle, whatever. Also uses like golden ratio for something. So yeah, back to main. Okay, so we have the mappings. We need also an ability to like delete and add mappings, right? How would that look like? Like, and this, like, upon clicking this, I am planning to kind of open some kind of inline drop down to select override mode. Oh, let's actually put in the key names, shall we? Because it's way more representable. You can have overlapping windows, etc. Not really great. I think the lock plus identifier for force works well. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because it's not only for the same rect, right? You have a situation where this button is like inside of this rect, and if you like cache, yeah, I see what you're saying. That totally makes sense. Let's get names, because I have a whole ass machinery to get key names properly, get key names, and it's coded somewhere. Scuffed arrow, nice one. I actually create an arrow in simp because there is no like arrow widget. Okay, yeah, here's text source, destination name. Okay, it's get key name. So just get key name. Right, so source name equals get key name, and I think I just passed the code and get it here. Yeah, let's check it out. PWA escape, epic. And its destination. All right. And I don't want to have this. I want to like it just straight up prints an enumeration name. I eventually want to have some sort of like a cool maybe circle here, you know, like you click a circle, you get like a radial menu or something cool, and you like select whether it's like override or like neutral or whatever. But for now, I mean, I can also put a drop down here, right? Does GetRect have drop downs or not? Like built-in drop downs? Nuno. You're using DRM GUI for Arc, right? Yeah, it's definitely DRM GUI. So I think we need to have like a width, like, yeah, because you're like one of the oldest beta users, like, at all. Like, I'm not even sure if there's like a beta user that's like older than you. Like maybe Raphael, but it's not but maybe not. First batch, we were 8 sick. So I see. So I see. So that makes sense. So how would I delete the mapping? Maybe like if I hover, you know, over the rectangle, I create like a delete button here outside of the scrollable region, you know. I can also just expand the region and put a delete button here. Right, I can just do this. So it's inside the region. I don't know what's easier. What's gonna be easier? I mean, not really easier. What's gonna be better, like for UI? Yeah, I mean, easier to just have a button for sure. I mean, I probably do that because I want to release this as fast as I can. Oh, I have another artifact. So add button also, like add, it's like the first word also. Just artifacted on me. Like here, like hollow, the word hollow jumps when I resize the window, and then add also jumped. That's weird. Ooh. Wow. Yeah, okay, let's just do a button, which means we need to expand the scrollable region here. Mappings rect. The width is gonna be profile width. What? There's no way it has profile width. yeah, it's just so it's like what, just add like a 50 more pixels, I guess, so it's like 500, or like, yeah, it's like 500, and then I'm gonna do like del rect sx. I'm just gonna hard code the advancement for now, right? Like plus des rect plus 1 then s.y and 50 by 50 del, and then del, I'm gonna delete the mapping on release. Yeah, I'm gonna delete mapping on release, and release is like 2 underscores and then released, like underscore underscore del released del rect. Let's, what the fuck is this? I don't need to print it. I don't need to do this either. Oh no, this I need to print because that's an enum. Del rect, it's just like a big white fucking X. Right, then and that's it. I don't need to disable press. Donation code. What? It's this name. Ooh. What the fuck? Ah, plus this direct. .w. This is what John was talking about when he was like, yeah, we really need to like do something with overloads errors, because so there, I just messed up operator plus for vector2, and operator plus is defined on a bunch of stuff, right? And in this case, it actually gave me the correct one on top. No, it didn't. Did it? Get rect. W on rect is... I think those are just integers, like S64s or something. No, because I did rect plus float. Yeah. And there was no operator plus, and like it just like, okay, here are our operator pluses that are defined. Oh, and actually this is a bit of a derail, but seems like in this case Emacs mode shits the bed. You see, because there are like lines or symbols before the file name. You see it's not started from the beginning of the line. I can't click on it. So it's a downside of Emacs mode for Jai. And switch to Helix. That's, you know, what's that? It's a first time chatter moment. Hey Tay. I'm pretty sure Helix doesn't support Jai, right? Because it relies on tree-sitter, and there is no like nobody bothered like submitting tree-sitter module for Jai in Helix. Hey Gandurak, Jai isn't closed beta. If you want, you need to like send email to John and ask to get in. Hey Vivian, hello. Helix changed my life. Sorry, I'm done with terminal editors. If Helix gets a GUI, I might try it out, but no, sorry. But yeah, and since, I mean, at this point, I'm kind of low-key maintainer of Jai mode for Emacs, I need to like go fix it. It's also, I think it's also the case for compile time errors, like metaprogram errors, they're also like indented like that. Right, and I know this is kind of a this is a bit of a derail, so I'm sorry. We just quickly switch to Lisp mode. Scary Emacs, like, right? We have like a Jai mode. Here's like Jai mode, use package, and here's the code for Jai mode. And at the end, it has Jai error regexp. And here's like a regular expression for Jai compile errors. And it like needs to be improved to handle this kind of stuff, right? And just to showcase kind of, I guess, a little bit of Emacs magic, as a certain fellow streamer says, like this looks scary, right? Like what the fuck are those slashes? Like, this is wild, right? Emacs has this thing called regex builder, and it opens, if you see this, like a little like a little screen here, where what you can do is you can type a regex here. So oh, I'm sorry, you can like paste the regex here, yeah, and then like I don't remember how to do it exactly. Do you like do it like that? It should like technically highlight stuff that matches. Was it? Or not? I don't remember exactly how to use it. Constructor regex interactively. This command makes the current buffer the target buffer of regex builder. It displays buffer name rebuilder in another view. It current buffer the target of regex. Yeah, current buffer. So what we need to do is we need to close this one, switch to this one, and then call, yeah, like that. Right, and then we can paste our regular expression. Yeah, see, and I get matches here, so I can like interactively construct regular expression in this way for Emacs. Yeah, honestly, I know why regular expressions exist. They're very powerful, but oh my fucking god, they're overused. They're like overused. It's like, it's one of those tools, you know, it's just a hammer that can crack so many nails, even if, you know, it just kind of does it barely, very slowly and painfully, that people like abuse them. So if I want to support this regular expression, like this particular line, how would I change my regular expression, right? So how does this line looks like? It has a bunch of white space characters right before it. So I guess I just need to lift this particular restriction, so it doesn't have to start at the doesn't have to begin at the beginning of the line. Here, you see? Now I'm matching those, and I can click. It still doesn't work. Why? Oh, because it, like, here. So I'm matching this with regular expression, but I need to cut this out. So I need to have like a first, like, kind of non-white space character. So it needs to be like a non-kind of greedy, right? So it's like, I forgot how let me quickly look it up, like Emacs regex first non-white space character, right? I think this is, oh, you know what, maybe actually maybe what happens, yeah, I see. I think this should have like, I thought this thing should have caught it. No, like, but maybe I think this actually might be an issue with the compilation mode, because like you see regex works, but this thing, it like would not, it would still like consider the, like it would still consider those spaces. I haven't changed. You're right. I'm sorry. You're totally right. So I need to like do this. Right. Like I think that should be enough if I just re-eval this expression. Main recompile. How did I break it? Oh, let me break it again. It was like, no. You see, it didn't like help. But maybe I can't just do that. Maybe I need to like, oh yeah, I need to push it. I need to push that, and maybe then recompile. Yeah, okay, now it works. You see? Yeah. Thanks, Sebastian. I'm an idiot. Yeah, okay, we fixed the Jai mode for Emacs. It only took like what 10 minutes, and it's because I'm an idiot. But you know, backsitting in the chat to the rescue. That's actually why I like streaming programming, because I sometimes do this like stupid, like very like stupid mistakes, and that like just someone who is, you know, that someone who who's like watching over the shoulders instantly catches, but I'm so deep like deep into like my ass that I just won't catch them. But yeah, this is fixed. I'm gonna submit a pull request to the guy who holds the repo. I think like last like 3 or 4 changes to Jai mode were done by me, but so maybe at this point I should just maybe ask him to take over. I don't know if that makes sense, but it doesn't really matter, because that guy, he doesn't work on the extension anymore, but he just merges pull requests, so it's whatever. Okay, we have that out of the way. So here's Emacs regex builder. Like the syntax for regular expressions for Emacs sucks because of those backslashes, but you know, this regex builder, it kind of it's very helpful, right? It's like an interactive highlights shit, and very nice. Yeah, we have proper compiler now. Pog. Let's get back on track, shall we? I need to have bigger width for this. And where is my del rect? What? Oh, that's correct. It shouldn't be this. It should be SW plus mode. Button width. What? Oh, it's not gonna be by 3. It's gonna be minus 50 or something like that. Yeah, it's gonna be something like that, right? Yeah. And we can like plus like one more. Yeah, easy clap. Why the cursor like that? Wait, what do you mean by cursor? Which cursor like that? This works. Oh, and I need to put these to the center, I guess. There was like the blinking that comes when you type. Which blinking? Wait, which blinking? Do you see blinking? Or you mean this like orange stuff? This like little orange fella? You mean that one? Also, hi, goody bro, hello. Not sure what you mean. Not exactly sure what you mean. Yes, what? Yes, what? The orange thing? Ah, so this thing, it's called... So this is like Emacs specific thing. So Emacs has a cursor. So this cursor. And it also has a mark. And this is a mark. And it's just, I guess, a lot of things in Emacs is like happens between the cursor and a mark. So for example, I can like mark a region, and by mark a region I mean to like select text, right? And I can exchange the cursor and a mark. You see like my cursor is here now at the end, but what if I want to like jump here, right? Like jump here, for example, and extend the selection, you know, like O in Vim. So that's what I'm doing. I'm pressing O, but yeah, it's kind of like that. And the mark, like, I just like made mark visible because sometimes for me, like, I want to know where my like region ends, right? So I can just do this, right? So I don't like have it selected now, but I can restore my old selection if I want, right? By quickly jumping to mark with like Control X, Control X. So I use that sometimes. And I guess to me it's just useful to visualize where my mark is if it's on screen, because I can like scroll off and no, I don't see my mark anymore. But yeah, and this mark is like, it's like a thing that it kind of remembers your last, you know, like significant movement, right? So I like went forward to word. And now look, and now if I, for example, oh, I want to rename this word, right? I can just do like that, press C, and you know, it's kind of like in Vim, you would have like DB, right? So yeah, it's kind of, it's just like Emacs idiom that is very useful. That's like literally all there is to it. Yeah, I think. I mean, I know it might be distracting. I'm not actually 100% convinced that it's super useful. Like, I turned it on because I was kind of like just trying to learn more of Emacs, you know, properly. And I'm still not entirely convinced that it's actually useful, so I might disable it. Like, you don't have to have it enabled. You know, I just set mark to visible, but I can totally disable it. It will still be there. It's just, you know, you just don't see it anymore. This concept is in 4Coder. If you ever saw Casey Muratori streams, like C Muratori, you would see that his cursor is weird. He has like a thing that kind of is underneath a letter, and then there's like another thing that over the other letter. And it's because 4Coder is written by an Emacs user, by like past, like recovering Emacs user, and he like just straight up ported mark and like cursor to 4Coder. And since Casey is also old Emacs user, he like heavily uses this thing. And in 4Coder it's better because it's like better visualizing. It's just visualized better because it's like it has this like fancy like shader over it. So if you ever like open like later or I guess latest like episodes of Handmade Hero from maybe last like 200 episodes, you will see he like heavily uses that. But yeah, na kupočtu pisать. So there's a mail address. It's language@thekla.com that you can write to. And so what you should write is just like why you want to get added to the beta, because you know he usually adds people to the beta that he thinks might be beneficial, you know, like who will do something interesting or like find bugs, you know, be useful to the beta. At least that's how it was before. Maybe it's like something different now, but yeah, you would just write a short email explaining why you want to get to the beta, and either he responds or not. Also, I just realized that I've answered you in English. I'm sorry, but it's too late now. Hey lazy man, and Goody bro, is this Java? No, it's Jai. It's like fuck, it's like Jai. Yeah. Alright, I have a delete mapping. Let's actually align the oh, I also need to do this, but a bit later. There was like there was somewhere like button where I sent stuff to to center. Oh yeah, like that. Label theme alignment equals center. Yeah. And it's like button theme. Let's do it like that. Mappings theme equals my theme button theme, right? And theme like and let's see if it works. So like here it's gonna be right, recompile. Oh shit, incompatible. Oh, it's a profile. So it's mappings button theme. So undeclared identifier. Okay, I think it's centered now, right? Is it? Let's center this. Okay, yeah, it works. Totally works. And I guess we will center these. Center me these nuts. Yeah. Oh, SOCD. No, SOCD is. SOCD is not. Sorry, that's what the SOCD is. I also need width bigger, and my width gets bigger because I'm where? Yeah, it's 6. Oh, it's height. No, not height. It's like width. Yeah, something like that. Nice. So, 1 second. Someone DM'd me on Twitter, and for some reason I got a notification that distracted me. Why do I have Twitter open at all? That's a bigger question. Okay. I'm gonna close Twitter. Twitter X. Okay, let's implement this right away. So the delete button is released, and now if del released, have to go to focus a bit. Yeah, good luck with the focus. Also focus mentioned. Some Arc development stream. Yes, you should definitely stream programming. It's very fun. Unless you, like me, get distracted by Emacs and by Twitter. Thanks for the good luck. We'll like remove mappings. Is it like that? Is it like that? And Monka? Something blew up. Sublime started to follow me. Oh no. Is it like array remove? How does array remove? No. Was it like unordered? Oh yeah, it's an array unordered remove by index. Whew, what a name. I actually don't really want to remove. So, I mean, for now I can remove. So it's array unordered remove by index, and it's gonna be active profile mappings. It is a pointer and index, like that. AD removed. Yay. WS removed. Yay, removed. Nice. It works. I mean, it just worked. I mean, theoretically, I don't even want to remove, like, this is just to get things kind of moved. Like, I'm not gonna remove here, actually. I'm gonna just set to some, like, dummy value. So I'm gonna have, like, arrays. I'm gonna have, like, arrays of mapping, and instead of removing, I will just, like, set some dummy value in the array of destinations. So I don't really have to move it, because I'm planning to access the destination by the code, by the key code, you know? You know what I mean? Like, that's my plan. So the key code, because every key has a unique code on Linux, definitely, even across devices, right? At least on Linux, you'd never have a situation where, like, a controller button can clash with a keyboard button, for example. So I'm planning to use key code as an index into array. So instead of straight up removing stuff from array, I will just have some kind of a dummy value. I put it here as kind of a just temporary thing to have, like, UI going, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. GetRect, I think GetRect doesn't do layouting at all. Don't quote me on that. But since you, like, explicitly set rectangles here, right? Since you explicitly set rectangles for every widget and you manage the layout yourself, I assume it doesn't really do layouting on its own. But don't quote me on that. It's just my theory. Like, I haven't looked. Remove it should do the same. Yeah, oh, I tried to do remove. Like, I tried to do remove, but it's because, okay, yeah. Let's try it out. Because I did remove an array. Oh shit, yeah, you're right. It moved. Just like you said, it moved. It moved. Lazy man, that's a bit different. Like, on Windows, you have like instead of using key codes to store, you would have to use the. I mean, I can just show you, because I have a Windows implementation actually. So on Windows, yep, typical Win32 code, got him. On Windows, you have this thing called lparam, right? lparam, wparam, and the key code is stored, like, inside of this lparam. So, like, you get the key code. When you get the key code, I think that's the code, right? Yeah, so you get a virtual code, like WK key code from keyboard input, and to get keyboard input you have to, like, cast it, right? Yeah, you cast, like, lparam to the struct. And then I think in wparam you have all sorts of extended bullshit, if I recall correctly. Where was it? I had a code for it. Not here. Oh yeah, high word. Yeah, this motherfucker, I think. No, not this. Wait. Oh yeah, it's extended. Here. So it's high word from. Oh, it's from L. So okay, yeah, here it is. So there's like higher, like 16 bits. Yeah, like high word of this lparam will kind of have like a row scan code. I even commented this shit out, like a bit confusing, yes. And then you like need extended bit. Yeah, so on Windows, I would probably not store raw key codes. I would probably instead like store like entire LParam as an index into array or something. Or I guess at this in this point it wouldn't be arrays. It actually will have to be a hash table, because that would be some crazy ass index into array. But we'll see. Windows version, like it works, but it's not ideal. It has like a couple particular like nasty bugs with numpad and with numpad and arrows. But I have a Windows version. It's only like what, 400 lines of code, but I need to rewrite a lot of it. So the last one goes to the position you removed. The last one goes to the position you removed. Yeah. I see. Okay, so let's go back here, and let's give me give me this. I need more width, so it's not gonna be. It's gotta be like 900, yeah, something like that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll take those for now. I'm gonna improve it. Like own map. Jai like ships with a, yeah, or I'll have to map like from LParams to the key code, right? So we'll see how it goes, because like the scan codes between Windows and Linux, like not the virtual key codes, like the actual scan codes on the keyboards are the same. And if they're not the same, we have also USB descriptors. So I have this file that I actually mapped kind of semi-automatic, like hardware scan codes. So these are like actual hardware codes as reported by USB. This is for keyboard though, this is only for keyboard. So maybe in like some fucked up situation we might have to resort to this. But this is actually how like the device reports them. Then they usually get translated to something else in the like USB driver, or like USB HAD heat driver. But Linux kernel reports them as well. Like kernel actually reports those too. Like the Linux kernel, it reports scan code and this shit too. I just like have them in my code base, but hopefully I won't have to use them, because this is a whole fucking can of worms that I have to deal with that I'd rather not. Yeah, pains, and this is what I get from dev input. Yes. This together with some other stuff. Okay, I'm gonna go hit the bathroom real quick and we will continue. Let me put some BRB. Enjoy some of this like epic music while I'm gone. I'll be right back. I'm back. All right. So I'm also restreaming to YouTube. Like I resurrected my old like YouTube channel where I like used to post programming videos. It's like I shield it somewhere like under the streams. I think I have it here too. Yeah. So I resurrected it and I started restreaming to there to like, you know, archive VODs and whatever. And like there's been like consistently one viewer on YouTube, which is like kind of pog. Because like outside, I think, because like usually streams discovery on YouTube is just non-existent, and unless you have a lot of following on YouTube, nobody will just watch your streams there. Unlike on Twitch. Like, so Twitch is really better for like small streamers. Like you can start streaming and somebody will like absolutely find your stream maybe like in a week or in a month, but you definitely aren't gonna like be a one viewer streamer for like more than a month, like for sure. Because Twitch it like it's not ideal, but it still like pushes smaller streamers in the directory and shows them in recommended. But on YouTube, nah. On YouTube, unless you follow someone, even if you follow someone, you just won't know if they stream or not. What I want to do now is I want to add more mappings here, so I see if the region is scrolling properly, right? So let's do that. I have settings here, and I want to like add more mappings. Even more. I know they're repeating. I don't really check for it now. Okay, and it's not fucking scrolling. It's not scrolling. And it's not scrolling because I don't handle the... Oh, actually, I do. I do it here. Why do I fuck it up? I am only... So I ran it on Wayland, right? This is a Wayland environment, but windowing and detection of the focused window is only X11 for a simple reason, is that Wayland just doesn't support the situation. So the way this program works is that I ran it, right? And oh, my bad. And you see it has like, it detects currently focused program, right? If I hover onto it, okay, name like Hitboxer. This is like working title. And you can see that it doesn't detect like Emacs, for example, or like VS Code that I have opened on the site, because those are native Wayland applications, and Wayland just isn't providing any way to detect currently focused window. And I need this functionality because I only want this SOCD cleaner to trigger when I'm focusing a game that you specify, because otherwise it will like ruin your flow. You know, imagine like having to type something while your A and D keys like override each other. Or like you click U and escape triggers. You know, something like that. Right? So I only want this to start working when a certain application is in focus. And Wayland doesn't have this ability in its protocol. It's just like, there's no way to do that. It's not exposed. Yeah. And X11 also exposes it in a weird fucking way, but I implemented it. I spent like a lot of time, but it works on X11. And you know, all the games on Linux, they are X11 anyway. Even those that are worked through Proton, Proton is Wine, and Wine implements windowing through X11. There is a native Wayland version of Wine, I think, like that recently shipped. But I think it's gonna be like ages before it gets like to default and not. And if that happens, and Wayland's still not gonna have an ability to detect currently focused window, I will just sidetrack it by having a user to run the SOCD cleaner, you know, before the game or something like that. Or like I would require to run it by like providing a path to the executable to hook into or something like that, you know. Like I don't know like what else could I do? Because yeah, it's just like not having this functionality in Wayland is just awful. I mean, Wayland protocol fucking sucks. Like in the way it's developed, it's just like committed that it's just like developed by people who don't use their computer, so they have no idea what actual computer users want. And it takes like years to adopt even like basic like sane functionality. You know, they like debated for a year whether they need to like force vsync on all people or not. It's stupid. Yeah, I have a lot of complaints over Wayland, but here I am using it because, you know, because no X11 implementations properly handles mixed DPI on monitors because, you know, reasons. Yeah, I mean, there's finally a protocol, right? Explicit sync, so you can disable it, but it took like a lot of time to accept it, and it's literally with all like useful functionality that people want. It's just I can like complain about Wayland for hours, and it's like not gonna fix anything anyway. Let me see, where's my scroll region? Why? Yeah. I'm not gonna waste my time on implementing a focused window for like one compositor. Like, I mean, GNOME probably has a plugin for it, you know, or KDE might have plugin for it. Like maybe Hyperland like has custom protocol for it, but I'm not gonna like go hunt for them, you know. It's just like scroll value mapping region. Scroll value mapping region. Do I need to do this? I just. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. That's what I'm supposed to do. Oh yeah. Because I need to subtract it, and since and then like, I think it should be minus. Right, not plus. No, it can be no, it's not. It's plus. Okay, yeah. Maybe I put like a scroll bar here. So for now I like set the like scroll bar width to 0. In mappings region theme. Oof. Where was it? Rectangle shape. There was like somewhere where I disabled scroll bar because scroll bar was too thick. Okay, profiles theme. Oh yeah, scroll by bar size like 0. Yeah. So maybe I will set it here. Scroll bar size like equals 1 or something. Oh my god. Look at this scroll bar, holy shit. Okay, what units does it use? Scroll bar size, so relative to the render's target height. Oh, that's why I turned it off. That's why I turned it off. Okay, here's the scroll bar. Okay, it works, right? I turned it off because it was increasing with the height. That's why. Yeah, because by default it was like it wouldn't stay in place, right? Yeah. So I intelligently want to disable scroll bar maybe when there's not enough. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother for now. I probably want to put here as well. Let's just do this. Scroll bar size 0.1. I mean, it's fine, like doing UI is fine. I don't really mind doing UI, it's like whatever. You can say that all web UI is like so fast, you know, so much faster than this, but then you hit some kind of an issue and you spend like 3 weeks to figure how to do something in CSS. Oh, someone wrote on YouTube, I got here through your last video, not the live stream. And I even missed the chat. I guess you're right, because I got here through your last video, not the stream, live stream itself, yeah. It's somebody who was like commenting on discoverability of YouTube streams, yeah. On YouTube. My first YouTube comment, let's go. Okay. Right, so we have this. UI that's not painful. Somebody recently released a library called Clay. It got like a lot of stars. I don't know if you saw that. Like this one. I haven't tried it yet. I don't really plan on trying it, but yeah. Here we go. Almost 9,000 stars already. And when you add mapping, yeah, there was a whole like, yeah, if new mapping pressed, yeah, if add mapping pressed, we have this kind of logic like that. Where is it? So here, instead of mapping sources, it's gonna be like active profile mappings. Right. Okay, so here's, I guess, where I'm like re-implementing this to hold a proper ones. And I guess I restructured this a little bit. So here in my config where I parse mappings, I'm just like, okay, mapping that mode. Yeah. And then at the end, I just do this, which is not very good. What I think instead I should do is on profile, I would have mappings, but mappings is not a, like, mappings is not an array, right? Mappings is actually a struct, right? And struct of like sources and destinations, I think. Like I don't really want, like I don't really need sources, because like source, or maybe, you know what I can do? I can have like a very sparse like array of sources, and then I don't know, I mean, I need to store destinations somewhere, right? Like, so for now, let's not. How to do it? Like, I don't want to store them in a hash table, to be honest. Like, I mean, I can, but it feels like I don't really need a hash table for that, because like come on, man, it's, you know, it's a fucking like number that you can use to index into array, and those numbers, they like never collide anyway. Like, why would you, like, why would I bother like busting out a whole ass like hash table? But you know, maybe we'll do, right? Like, so okay, let's actually do it as a hash table for now. So it's a table of like S32 to what? To mapping bind, I guess. And mapping bind, it can have mode here, or it's like not S32, it's like U32. So the button of a source to the bind, right? And to get a table, we need a hash table. This is like a debugging one. This is like a dev tool. Text file handler. AB. It's like, I probably need to, I don't know, import hash table. Right. And then mappings will be this hash table. And so you press a button. This button is an integer, and it will be a key into this table. So for now, this is what we are going to do. Right. Let's do it like that. Mappings is mappings. Mappings, yeah. Okay. Let's do it like that. And then in the parser, I need to change the parser. So when I collect a mapping, it's a mapping bind. Yeah, it's mapping bind. split error mapping mode. Mapping mode to uppercase, case, mapping that mode. Mapping that mode, right? Source bind. Source. It's not gonna be here. So I guess I gotta hold on to that. Yeah, so it's just like source U32, right? Just like source equals bind. Then here destination. This is gonna be mapping that code equals bind. And then after that, instead of adding an array, I would be like a table set, I think it is. Oh, it's table, yeah. Let's remind ourselves of how to use the hash map. Yeah, actually, Jai, an interesting thing about Jai is that it does not have a hash map or like, you know, a dictionary, associative array, whatever, built into the language. It has one implemented in the user space, so you can fully explore how it works. You can modify like hash function and all this stuff. As a downside, there's no special syntax, you know, to index into a hash table. On the upside, you can easily substitute it, and your hash table will be as first class as anything else. I think that's cool. Hash function, compare function, load factor percent, refill, removed, count, allocated, allocator, init, deinit, reset, walk table, table ensure space, table add, okay, adds a given key value pair to the table, returns a pointer to the inserted value. If you add key twice, the table will not currently notice that this has happened, so you'll just get the first one. It's unclear whether we should assert on this. It sort of depends, yeah, how slow you think. There's also like table set, adds or replaces. Yeah, it's like, it's gonna be table set here. So what we're gonna do here is, let's comment this out, and table set of mappings. Oof. We need a table of mappings. Oh, it's profile mappings. Yeah, profile mappings, and key will be the source and mapping. Right. Let's recompile, and source is not a member of mapping bind. What? Ooh. That's something from Bomberman. Okay, yeah, this is in the UI code. Instead of source name, get key name. So I need to iterate over, like, mappings is like, what was the default? Let me do this and print vars it. So it's a, oh, okay, It's keyboard override 22. Okay, those are just keys. No, those are values. It's a mapping bind. So by default it's values. So I assume it's like a source, or was it like this? For expansion, it index it index it index is key, it is value. Yeah. I forgot how to like, yeah, let's make for expansions. Yeah. Where do you put the colon? It's just like that. So it's like for mapping, it's like, I guess, for, yeah, map source, like that, and source map. Let's see if I got it right. Source 30, map 32. Excellent. Yeah. For map source. So what we do, we get the button, we get the source rect, we get the source button that is just source, right? This is all done. Then we get the destination, but on the no, this is the mode, and it's not it mode, is map mode. Then we get the destination, and it's like map.code. And then instead of array removed, I don't ever plan to clear this hash table, so I'm just gonna be table set for active profile mappings, and key will be the source, and this will be dummy mapping. Easy clap, right? And the dummy mapping, or it's like not a dummy mapping, it's like, you know, I wanted null value. It's basically, I want a value that is not null. It is a valid struct, but it has all this stuff like zero initialized, right? It's basically what like Casey Muratori was talking about in his like famous video about getting like to n+2 programmer. Is that you stop having nulls in your program by having these null values. And what I mean is that I have this structure called mapping, right? And I just have like dummy mapping to be empty mapping, right? Easy clap. Not mapping, I'm mapping bind. Like this is it. And it's okay, it's not map the source and bind. I actually don't need this anymore. Compile. While performing here, undeclared identifier it index what? Oh shit! I don't have it index. I will have to use the source, right? Yeah, let's use the source. So here we replace it index with source, right? AW escape U with this. I will press the, yeah, escape map no symbol. Yeah, so I actually don't want to have those. So what I do here, or do I just remove? Yeah, so having dummy mappings, dummy bind might not make sense here because so on the injection side, I will use table find, right? And table find actually returns the value, and it also returns a thing called found, right? And found actually has must on it. Let me show you. Here in hash table, find has something called must. Oh, you don't see it? Yes, here. It has something called like success colon must. And this must directive means that you cannot ignore the success value. So you actually have to accept it here. I mean, it doesn't actually verify that you know, that you do this. It doesn't actually verify that, but it at least makes sure that you like get it, you know. Yeah. So there's that. So maybe dummy bind in this case is not necessary. I can just remove the value from the hash table. Like, I didn't want to remove it because I thought that it will like have too many, you know, it will like force stuff to reallocate or whatever. Let me see what remove actually does. Table remove, let's see what it does. First enter the given key, returns false if the key was not found. Table remove. If not table allocated, empty table means not found. This is very smart. Walk table, okay, entry, table entries, if entry equals hash and table compare function, entry hash equals removed hash. Table count, return table. Okay, you see? So it doesn't actually deallocate any memory, right? It just subtract the count. That's pretty cool. And so then in table add, this is also a banger play and it's from Earthworm Jim. But yeah, anyway, so it is if table slots field, table allocated, load factor percent, it needs to expand the table. How does it use like count somewhere? So there are like slots field. Shouldn't in table remove, shouldn't it like, you know, decrease the amount of slots field or something? Or what? Expand. If table double the size, we steal small feet. I mean, to me, it feels like removing should also subtract like slots field. But I mean, okay. So yeah, okay, I guess let's do table remove. Let's do table remove. Let's not worry about it for now. But I am going to... I'll probably going to like ask it in the Discord or something. Because that's like weird to me. Entry table entries if entry count. Like table add once again. Slots field equals 100. Then we expand the table. And we do the count only here and slots field. Because when we add something to the table, we increase the slots field. But for some reason, does it mean that we're not allowed to reuse slots? Old entries, new allocated, count. New allocated equals table allocated. Oh. So maybe here's where it like accounted. Just go with the current, but clean out the removals. Oh, okay. This makes sense. Oh wait, it still resizes. Count equals 0. Table count 0, slots field 0. Wow, why? So no, it doesn't. But I need to ask this question probably. Let me write it somewhere so I don't forget to ask it in the Discord. So table remove in hash table does not subtract was it slots used? Slots field that can be used for new items, either currently valid items or items that were removed. So it's intentional. Like this comment implies that not being able to reuse removed slots is intentional. I wonder why. Does not subtract slots field, so they cannot be reused. I wonder why. It's I mean there's like probably there's probably a reason for that, right? But I just don't know it because I'm not like I never had to build my own hash table, so I never thought of it before. Right, so when we do this, del pressed table remove. Okay, table remove. Yeah, and that's why I actually didn't want to remove it. Table remove doesn't let you reuse the slot. Table and key. Maybe don't do it. Okay, I'm not gonna remove it. I'm gonna set the dummy bind. And so here, when I'm iterating, what I'm gonna do here is like if bind equals dummy, if a mem, I need to like just compare the memory, right? Like continue. Like I know that we don't have operator equal for, oh, where the table find. Where do I do this? Oh yeah. Okay, procedure call, but now we have cool error messages. Let's just quickly implement it because I mean, why not? Just like, where is it? Mappings, operator, showcase operator overloading for Injai. So we have a types here. A is mapping bind, B is mapping bind, right? And it returns a boolean bool. And it's also like symmetrical. It should be symmetrical. Do we have an example here? Oh wait, you don't need you don't need symmetrical for this. Symmetrical is for arithmetic. If A that kind equals to B that kind, and first it should be a code. If A that code equals to B that code, and A that mode equals to B that mode, and only then we bother about kind. And A that kind equals to B that kind. Return true. Return false. Recompile. Alright. Hollow Knight mappings. A to D, W to S, escape to U. Oh, this should be the other way around. P to L. And now we actually can't have duplications. Now if I delete that, escape and U, we should see AWP. Oh. AP. P. Epic. Easy clap. Actually, closing the program takes a lot of time. Closing the program takes a lot of time because it has to clean up the virtual device, and that takes time. And I don't actually want, so I actually have like a crazy hack. I inspect a bunch of device file descriptors for devices, and closing them takes a bunch of time. So I actually offload closing the devices into a separate thread, so that if you close the program too soon, it doesn't take like 5 seconds. Hey Serpent, what's up, what's up? True, true. And so maybe what I need to, maybe I can like do like a small hack where I close the window, you know, and let the process to clean up. Right? Anyway, I digress. Where were we? Let me actually remove these comments. This comment is useless. Yeah. I wanted also to write like a test to test my config parsing, because this is like, I have a lot of like nice errors about it in case somebody messes it up. So I should probably just write a test to make sure it's okay. I mean, I'll do that probably maybe off stream. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, this I don't I don't think I don't need this anymore. Yeah, I don't need this anymore. What's that? I don't need this anymore either. No, I need to implement adding new mapping. Right, so this is no this thing will not do array insert into the sources and destinations. It will actually set the table. Right? So it's gonna do table set active profile mappings of source gonna be key temp, right? And the mapping will be just I guess the default one, right? Just like that. And it's gonna do this and set key mapping hook too. Also, yeah, hi Serpent. Yeah, I think I said hi to you. Hope you're doing well. Right, so add mapping. Oh, it's like it doesn't display it because it is a dummy. So code, like code should be key temp. Yeah, key temp, perfect. Happy Christmas. Yeah, thank you. You too. My Christmas is actually only in a week or so, but yeah, I definitely enjoy the vibe of Catholic Christmas. I almost get to celebrate it twice, right? Because I live in Orthodox country, but since Serbia is in Europe, there is still a lot of Christmas stuff going on. So, and there are like, even though Serbia is dominantly Orthodox country, there are plenty of Catholics who celebrate Christmas. And I mean, come on, you know, you can't like resist the vibe anyway. So I almost get to celebrate it twice. But during an actual Christmas day, like, go insane. It's like just celebrations all over the place. Anyway, I want to add this to the very start. Or is it fine? Like, it's a Soul Blade song. I kind of... Maybe I should insert it at the start. Like, this sounds like a very, very silly feature request for a hash table, right? Like, okay, usually you don't care about how entries are sorted in a hash table. Like, in most programming languages, like the entries would be like sorted by insertion time. and like consistently sorted by insertion time, and it's just gonna be fine. But in this case, so when I'm pressing add mapping, right, it's like maybe I don't want the view to scroll away. Maybe I want to inject it like here. Kind of. I don't know. Let's roll with that for now. And so this like has a how do you call that in English? Like 3 dots. Surely there's like a special name for that. Ellipsis, I remember, yeah. Like this ellipsis indicates that it's kind of waiting for the input. And I had like oh, it's handled in get key name? That's wild. Get key name in Linux. Is it handled? Oh shit, it's handled. I think my Windows implementation doesn't handle it. Let's see. It does. That's cool. So it means my implementation here was like outdated anyway, right? And then we have something like current mapping state, setting destination, setting source. So in theory, I'm setting a key mapping hook, right? And when I set key mapping hook on Linux, it means I do nothing. Yes, because I have a singular logging loop, like keyboard logging loop. So let's implement it there. Oh, it's a big ass function that I meant to like kind of space out a bit. Platform init, create window, get key name. Yeah, here it is. Here is my baby, my epic keyboard login cycle. Oof, oof. All right. Anyway, so it's supposed to like. Let me recompile. Press here. Add mapping, right? And technically it should be like somewhere here to do error handling. Thank you very much. Okay, yeah. If current mapping state setting source, mapping sources if code, setting destination. So here I would need to get active profile, set the empty like a dummy one to the value, after which I get here, and I need to somehow remember like here in the destination, like for which I'm kind of waiting for, right? So it's like the state is not just gonna be enum value, it's gonna be some kind of a thing that I'm like massively overthinking it. I'm massively overthinking it because I'm kind of like a little bit tired already, but I'm gonna probably go for like another hour. Okay, so let me just like just do this. I'll just do the stupidest thing here. It's like hack, like do something about storing the waiting source between iterations. Maybe how does it called? Current mapping state. Current mapping state should carry it, right? So what I do here is eating source equals if code table set active profile mappings thing source and dummy bind. It's not dummy bind, it's like bind with the like code equals like temp is it temp key? Get key, it's key temp. Okay, it's key temp, right? And here I'm gonna do I'm just gonna do what? I'm just gonna like same thing, but this time code will be the I have the code. No? Number signs type 1 type given S64. Yes. Yeah, so I need to like cast it. I'll just like cast it automatically. Automatically cast it. Right, so I'm adding a mapping. Like I want to map R. No, it does nothing. Let me log stuff. Set source. Set destination. Let's check it out. Oh, maybe I broke something in the yeah, I probably something like broke here. Oof. Yeah, setting source. I did that. I did this. Oh. It's a key temp, I'm an idiot. Oh, Oh. Oh. Hmm. Yeah, it's like a little bit fucked of what I'm about to do now, but um um so here, well, first um right, like huh. That's weird. This thing could not open. Oh, here's the error. It's like right there. Could not open the view input for creating virtual keyboard. No such device. What? What? Is this because I don't have enough permissions? Why can't I open it? Oh, maybe is this because I like updated my kernel and didn't reboot or what? Error. Yeah, and it's not eaccess, right? So let me open it with sudo. Oh shit. I can't open it. And I don't have view input. What do I do? So I can't test it. I think I can't test it because I updated like a kernel, and like it happens sometimes when you like update the kernel and you don't like reboot. Some stuff like gets like some like this of these file descriptors, they like get fucked. You can't open them anymore. This is also a funny one. So I can't open this thing with sudo because because X is running under the emulator. I'm sure, because I haven't touched this and it used to work. I'm pretty sure that it's like a kernel stuff. I will reboot and it will work. So I'll just probably leave it as is. And for now, I'll either work on something else, or yeah, I'll either work on something else, or maybe I'll be done for the day. Let me just quickly check this error message. Maybe there could be like other reasons for that. Dev view input, no such device. Okay. / dev view input. I mean, it is here, but I can't open it for some reason. Right. Huh? It worked this time? Oh, no. Could not open dev view input for creating virtual keyboard, no such device. That is weird. /dev, and this one tu, it has u input here. It's like right here. What the fuck? But cat, like sudo cat /dev input. Yeah, it's like definitely some kernel shenanigans. LA dev and u input has what? It has like 660 or something like that. Right. So it used to work. It's like definitely some kernel shenanigans. It's okay. Yeah, I'll just like deal with it off stream, because rebooting means I will have to stop the stream anyway, right? But yeah, I guess I got my mappings, and I will handle like remapping them later. Now I have like delete and whatnot. Yeah. Source destination pressed, and this like will let me select the mode. So yeah, okay, I'm fine with what I did today. I remembered how my code is started, because I haven't looked at this code in over a month, and I totally forgot like everything about it. And at this code, at like Linux implementation code, I haven't looked in like 2 months or something. So it's fine. Like whatever. So yeah, I'm done for today. I'm just gonna chill a bit and go to bed, because I have to wake up earlier tomorrow. I guess. Wait a second. Yeah. You can join like my Discord if you want stream notifications. Right. Also, like you can follow me on Twitter, whatever. I don't really post notifications on Twitter. I just shit post there. All the shill links are under the stream, and I will try to stream tomorrow. I kind of want to get back into the groove of consistent streaming, and I'll probably keep streaming programming for now. For the time being, at least. So yeah. With that, I don't really have time, or I guess energy, to look for the raid target. So yeah, I'll just fuck off, I guess. Yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and have a nice evening or day. I'll see you hopefully tomorrow. Yeah, bye everyone.